I would like to preface this next piece by stating that this was originally written over 3 years ago when the following was new, raw, and pertinent. Since I experienced all of this, though, I am happy to say that I have met the real love of my life, seriously, for reals this time, and am happier than I could ever or have ever imagined. She's a combination of Glinda the Good Witch, Dorothy Parker, a young, alive Natalie Wood, and Sacagawea, all at their hottest, all rolled into one perfect woman. Also, I never posted this anywhere. I just wrote it for me, and now you. Breaking up. Man, am I shitty at breaking up with someone. Both the doing and the receiving. I mean, we all know that there are some people out there who are basically impervious to this kind of pain, and I speak in the present tense because what I thought was, love of my life just broke up with me and moved out of our apartment 6 days ago. It all happened rather quickly. I mean, of course, she had been wrestling with it for a while, but I didn't have the benefit of being privy to all of her private thoughts. It's only now I wish that she had had a diary that I could have found and lost her trust by reading and finding out how she felt. A real diary, I mean, not some online attempt at making yourself matter to strangers through unsolicited opinions and slander. What was I saying? Oh, yes. How do they do it? The ones that either cause the pain or have their lives irrevocably altered, yet are out at Jiggler's 3 days later doing chocolate cake shots with that girl who works in the shipping department and then fucking her while, unknown to both of them, her 5-year-old kid silently watches from the hallway. It takes me a month at least to be able to even get it up after something like this. Maybe I need to read more men's magazines. Fish in the Ocean, and This is Denise, who says that the best guy to go out with is a guy on the rebound, because they're the easiest to manipulate. But I'm usually a big pile of near catatonic whimpering for at least the first week. Actually, I should amend that. I always seem to have an almost admirable, stoic, and serene acceptance of the inevitable, as well as a truly honest attempt to reach out and help the very person that is not just breaking my heart, but adding another layer of solid injury, distrust, and cynicism to the rock-hard, crystalline sheath that forever protects my once innocent, healthy heart. I want to be him. Or her, either way, just not me, I guess. Oh, there's another bad part of getting dumped, which somehow doesn't seem like an appropriate word for 3.5 years with relatively no problems in cohabitation. Dumped seems like it should only apply to relationships lasting a year or less. After that, the word should be something like killed or temporarily deaded. Suddenly, the ubiquitous empty greeting of, "Hey, how's it going? How are you?" becomes the most loaded question since "Are you now or have you ever been a communist?" The simple answer is never very simply put. "Oh, I've been better." "Why, what's wrong?" "Well, my girlfriend left me," and then cut to 3 minutes later and your friends are shifting uncomfortably trying to get away while you talk about how you just bought her a $400 coat and going, "What's the matter with me?" And you want to call, but you can't. And the inner dialogue is the worst because you will be perceived as annoying. So then you think, well, that's unfair to her. I shouldn't keep calling even though that's the only thing that makes me temporarily feel better. Why am I being so fucking nice and cool about this? I should be sending dead rats with torn pictures of us in its dead rat asshole. No, no, no. No, no. As satisfying as that would be, no. I'll look like the biggest jerk on the planet, and everyone except for people like Neil Strauss will lose what little sympathy they had for me. Neil Strauss, of course, would consider me a hero. I become a mess of a human being, both physically and spiritually. I don't sleep for 3 days, then I sleep for a week. I can't read, I don't eat, I have to take psyllium husk just so I can take a shit that doesn't look like a Fallujah checkpoint. But then, one day, about 2 weeks in, mysteriously, but not really because it happens like clockwork every time, I bounce back. Brighter and better than ever. Suddenly, I'm filled with the energy of a JV squad on their first trip to Hooters. I become a mix of Steve McQueen and Hank Williams Jr., and I will literally fuck anything that moves and is also a girl. Ha ha! Now I'm in the revenge phase. The predictable and temporary 2 weeks where I'm going to improve myself and make her jealous. I'm going to be the ultimate perfect guy filled with secret talents that you'll never get to the bottom of in this lifetime. I'm going to learn French, and I'm going to go to cooking school. I'm going to become a certified daredevil, too. Hey, maybe I'll go to one of those pussy-eating classes that extremely ugly feminists featured on HBO's Real Sex 23 run out of their Topanga Canyon house. That'll show her. Next time I see her and she asks how I'm doing, I could say, pretty good. C'est plus pas né. Other stuff that's French. Oh, that means I'm doing well, thank you. Yes? Oh, what? No, oh. Oh, I'm sorry. It's French. Yes, I totally speak French now. It's too bad you left me, or I'd make you some double-cut lamb shank with a bechamel sauce and Madeira reduction with a side of... It doesn't matter. Nothing you do will matter. You could work out, get six-pack abs, get all your teeth fixed and whitened, be nominated for a humanitarian award for your work in the Congo with Doctors Without Borders, show off your bullet hole scar that you received whilst working for them, and win the lottery on your one day off, but no, it's over. So now you deal with the pathetic knowledge that nothing will be the same as it was an hour ago. You will both be varying kinds of weird around each other forever. Forever, forever, ever. Now the unspoken, as well as the ill-timed and urgent things unfortunately spoken aloud, will float around just above your head. It's like a gauze veil that you can see through but still blurs your vision. There's the forced and hyper, hey, I'm over it phase that, even if you know it's coming, still has the ability to kick you in the ass. It starts with the brain trying to trick the heart and ends with your heart getting super pissed that the brain even dared to bring it and then kicks your ass twice as hard as it did the first time. You convince yourself that you're okay, even though all you've been doing is sharpening your sitting and staring at inanimate object skills to the point where you can peel paint with your mind. And guess what? You're going to do it more than once, too. Maybe a half dozen times. Hey, I'm totally over it. Awesome! You call your friends and they're truly excited that finally you're your old self again. And you want to hang out and you make plans to meet up and go to Lit. And then the next thing you know, you're in the grocery store staring at the apples and crying. Okay, time out. The following just happened for real. I just ran into my ex on the street in front of my building, and let me point out quickly that in a remarkable show of consideration and understanding of what I may be going through, she thoughtfully moved a mere 6 blocks away. As fate would have it, I ran into her while hungover and carrying a load of dry cleaning. We had some more tremendously awkward chit-chat about nothing. I'm about as important as an issue of Us Weekly to her. And then had yet another in what will be a never-ending series of awkward exits. Well, I guess I should get going. This stuff isn't going to dry clean itself. Oh, brother, I muttered to myself as I turned away. Sometimes you just feel like Charlie Brown, but a real one, not a two-dimensional black and white line drawing. Such is the totality of the rejection of everything that is you. It's all part of it, though. The natural healing process that seems to take forever while experiencing it, but is summed up by a dismissive, yeah, that was a fucked up time for me once it's finally over and done with. Now here is something that should help you, though, although it never works nearly as much as it should. First and foremost is the knowledge that everyone, and I mean everyone, even Hugh Hefner, goes through this. Your personal hell of betrayal and recrimination has been shared by everyone, from Onan to Muhammad to Helen Keller and Sienna Miller. You're not alone. But of course, you are. You could get 100 freshly dumped people in a room, and after just a couple of minutes of commiserating, they would retreat into their overactive imaginations and just fester there. All the happy, colorful, misremembered, but authentic images of the two of you. The happy couple from a month ago. All lies. The over-romanticized stained glass tableaus of you and her or him from the first time you met, kissed, shared Valentine's Day, told each other you loved them. There you are, the innocent, pie-eyed lamb being circled, considered, and sized up for the slaughter by a cunning wolf. A soulless, evil, heartless, Nazi monster cunt of a wolf.